Moonrise and Moonset. Okay, so I live on this planet, and vaguely understand moon phases exist in the sense that it's waxing and waning and whatnot. But I'm feeling like a real moron right now, as I've mostly lived in cities. And now that I'm spending some time on a rural property, I'm realizing at my big age, I truly don't understand how the moon rises and sets. Why is it rising some seasons at times over my neighbor's house out front, and sometimes 90 degrees to the right of there, on the side of my house? What do you mean the moon sets at 10:40 sometimes? Please don't make fun, but I really kind of thought we had a moon all night, like we have a sun all day, and it's just sometimes not nearly so bright as a full moon. I thought the term moonless night was just poetic language. Thanks in advance. The moon sets and rises the same way the sun does. The moon comes into or out of view as the earth spins. The reason it moves around is because, well, the moon is moving around. Unlike the sun, which is basically stationary from our perspective, the moon is orbiting the earth. It takes about a month for it to make a complete lap around. Months were originally defined by the moon making a complete lap, hence the word month. Since it's going around the earth, it's not always on the opposite side from the sun. It's just associated with the night, because it's the brightest thing in the night sky. When the sun is out, you can barely see it. The sun rises and sets because the earth is rotating. The moon orbits the earth, but the earth itself is also still rotating. Those two things together mean that every time the earth spins once, the moon is now somewhere else in the sky. Also, on a moonless night, aka the new moon, the moon is still in the sky for part of the day. It's just in the sky during the day, not the night. And you can't see it because it's backlit by the sun. The moon has phases because it orbits the earth, and at different parts of the orbit, it is in a different position relative to the earth, and sometimes the moon is on the opposite side of the earth as the sun, in which case we get a full moon, because the side of the moon being lit by the sun is also the side facing the earth. So we see the whole illuminated side. Full moons are visible all night, rise at sunset, set at sunrise, because the side of the earth facing the moon is facing away from the sun, i.e. it is night time. The opposite is a new moon, in which the moon is on the same side of the earth as the sun. In this case, since the side of the moon being lit by the sun is facing away from earth, we don't see it. This also means that since the side of the earth facing the moon is also the side facing the sun, the moon is out during the day, rising at sunrise and setting at sunset. We just can't see it because the side facing us isn't lit up at all. These are the two extremes, and all the other moon phases fall in between. The fuller the moon, the longer it will be visible during night time. If you are having trouble visualizing it, just find a moon phases diagram that includes the sun, and try to think about what the moon would look like from Earth at each phase, and when it would be visible based on where it is in relation to the sun. So the phases of the moon are determined by its position in the sky relative to the sun. When the moon is directly opposite from the sun, then the entire face is lit up. This is the full moon. During a full moon, the moon will rise when the sun sets and stay up the whole night. When the moon is half, then it is closer to the sun in the sky. It will either rise before the sun sets or set after the sun rises. Either way, it will be up for part of the day and part of the night. When the moon is very close to the sun, it will be completely dark. This is called a new moon. The moon will also mostly be up during the day in this phase. As for the point where the moon rises, it will change slightly throughout the year, but not by 90 degrees. It shouldn't change by that much. This is actually a fascinating one. It's just due to all the complexity of mathematical oscillations and orbital resonances. But the basic gist is this. The moon's placement in the sky is heavily dependent on the sun. The sun is currently making its way towards the southern hemisphere again. The moon makes this journey from the northern to southern hemisphere every single month, but it's harder to notice because of phase. The full moon will always appear at the opposite position of the sun in the sky. Late at night, it will be high in the sky, and if the sun is in the northern hemisphere, it will be in the south, and vice versa. A thin crescent moon will always be near the sun in the sky, following closely the sunset or rise, because it has to be almost blocking its light to take on that shape. The light on the moon necessarily has to face the sun at all times. Earth's rotation causes lunar rise and fall. An dilemma in celestial bodies is a result of orbit.
Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss our next exciting video.